Heyo everybody, Haku of looking like straight shit here, honestly. And I just woke up Monday morning. That means Tower of God live reaction time. And let's see, pretty excited for this new chapter. I feel like there's not really going to be much of anything unexpected. I just feel like it's going to be the continuation of the Andraste and Shilial stuff, and the continuation of the Baam's group and Alphine stuff. So just the basic kind of what we're expecting to go down, and I'm really interested to see how it goes down. But starting it off, chapter 293, season 2, episode 213, we've got Alphine and Baam's group looking behind them to see the Shadow Fox. Really good looking art. A Shadow Fox, said Kuhn. Where the hell did that just come from? Is that an animal that Alphine summoned? Oh, that looks awesome. Yes, I'm a scout and an anima. I've got this nickname because I always stay close to Kaiser like a shadow, says Alphine. And I have this Shadow Fox with me. Yo, the Shadow Fox is her, anima creature? What the heck? This Shadow Fox connects itself to the enemy's shadows in certain places. Once it joins shadows with an opponent, it becomes immune to their attacks, and it can devour the Shinsu in the body of whoever's shadow it is connected to. Of course, the people who have their Shinsu sucked out of them die soon after. What? Says Red Greymon, and then Kuhn's looking shocked. I know that any of you won't be able to save Kaiser here anyway, so I'd better end our conversation with this. I really wanted to send you all to the festival after stealing your names, but since you've made it this far, I have no other choice. Die. And then the Shadow Fox lunges after them. Tower of God, 39th floor, the Hell Train, name hunt station 16. Yo, and then we've got Andraste blocking a kick from Shilial. How dare you talk like that to your older sister, says Shilial. You really are rude. Yo, and what the heck, Andraste's like 3 to 600 or something. Shilial must be hella old. Are you worried that I'm gonna beat Jovial Grace? Worried, ha, says Andraste. Then what is it, says Shilial. Tell me, what's your relationship with Jovial Grace? Aren't you two just friends? Shut up, why are you asking so many questions? And it looks like Andraste's going in for a punch. Yo, did she actually hit her in the face, or did she dodge backwards Matrix style? I think she might have dodged backwards. If you're not friends, then what are you? And she goes in for another kick, and Andraste escapes with Bong Bong. Yo, Andraste looks really, really cool when she uses Bong Bong. She has the, pink wings and the energy around her and stuff. How long are you going to keep up this useless fight? It looks like you want something from me, but you'll never get it from me this way anyway. I can always just escape from here by using Bong Bong. Ha! Of course, I don't really have any intention of catching you and doing anything with you either. I'm just fighting for my own pleasure. What? We actually made a different plan. We? Haha, yeah. My twin sister Shilial Zahard is here too. She's here to steal your companions' names. Yo, and we see Shilial in front of Hatsu and Lorei. I don't know about Hatsu, but Lorei versus Shilial would be pretty hype. We haven't seen him fight in a while. She's going to turn your companions into slaves and make them tell us the truth about your relationship with Jovial Grace. Yo, and she has this this massive orb of Shinsu, like the size of her body. This giant golden orb. What the heck? This art. What the heck? And then, I'll join the festival and defeat Jovial Grace myself. The Zahard princess who had an inappropriate relationship with a Slayer candidate, and the one who revealed that secret and dealt with the punishment was the twin princesses from the Lopobia family. What? Okay, I got it. This is such a perfect plan, right? You really are crazy, says Andrasi. Thank you, says Shilial. Yo, and then we cut back to Hatsu walking up to Shilial. Who are you? You don't seem like one of the 10 bosses. Then she looks down. Hi there, friend of Andrasi. This is probably our first time meeting. I'm Shilial Zahard from the Lopobia family. I'm Andrasi's older sister. Yo, Shilial is so waifu, beyond waifu. What? Shilial Zahard, says Hatsu, or thinks Hatsu in shock. She's one of the Zahard princesses that put us here. Then, does that mean the other one is with Andrasi right now? You look like you must be a swordsman, and he's just standing there in complete shock while she's talking. Actually, I learned sword fighting a bit as a hobby when I was little, although I stopped soon after I had no talent for it. Oh my gosh, this hype, I was not expecting Shilial. If you don't mind, could we fight for a minute? Respectfully, of course. With our lives on the line. Yo, and she pulls out, it looks like a fencing-style sword. What the heck? Well, what you're saying doesn't make much sense. Are all princesses this weird? Says Hatsu. Heh, is that so? We're definitely a bit different from others. Sometimes, it seems like there are people who think that I'm scary. I'm sure there are, says Hatsu, but no one who's ever told me something like that has survived. So, you'd better watch out too. Oh my gosh, Shilial hype. Yo, and then we... Oh, that's a really cool transition. We go from it looks like Shilial starts a lunge towards Hatsu to going back to the fox lunging at Baam's group. Alphine, says Yukon. You're not going to kill me too, are you? We're both members of the 10 bosses. You're not one of us anymore now that you've been defeated, says Alphine. Plus, I can't let you live now that you know Kaiser's secret. What? But you just told us everything, says Yukon. Please, Alphine. I always had a thing for you as a woman. I just couldn't tell you because of Kaiser. Then I should definitely kill you. You should have never told me that. Thanks for making me feel worse. Freaking Yukon. Man, stop this nonsense. You'll just dump him right away. Says Kun. Do you think we'll just die at your command? And then, Kun is setting up the lighthouse and Baam is firing some Shinsu blasts at the fox. And then, I can't tell. It looks like it was blown apart into orange Shinsu and then started reforming, and Baam has noticed it. Huh, the wound healed itself. And then, whoa, it's lunging straight at Yukon. Whoa, oh shit, it just beat Yukon. Ah, help, please. Mr. Toxic Man, says Baam. Baam just getting attached to everyone. Mr. Toxic Man. No, Baam, we can't help him right now, says Kun. Plus, there's no need to help him. Wow, looks like Alphine wasn't lying. Her attacks really don't work against that fox. And Yukon is still just screaming, getting eaten by the fox. His body's disappearing, says Baam. Wow, says Kun. Kun just letting it happen. That fox really did devour the Shinsu in his body. Our attacks didn't even work either. But it must have some kind of weakness. So, does that mean Yukon straight dead? The anima, says, Kun looking back. She's gone. Yo, Observer, was that her phantom before? Crap, that chick was an incredibly talented scout, I didn't even notice. Yo, so it was just a projection from her Observer the whole time. Let's get out of here, says Kun running, and Baam and Red Greymon are following. Yo, and the Shadow Fox is just coming after him. What should we do? Attacking is futile. Even its owner, which I thought would be its greatest weakness, is gone. Plus, it's impossible to escape from this enclosed space, thinks Kun. But I would need a tank to take control of that thing. Where the hell could his tank be? And a tank, the translator's note describes it, a place where animals or shinwei are commanded, or shinwei commanded by animas are kept. It's a special type of Shinsu. Okay, so it's sort of like the place where they're compressed and stored, I guess, whatever. The Pokeball. If we can just break through the wall, says Coon, kicking the wall. It's impossible, says Red Greymon. A room made by the workshop would never get smashed through by any regulars. What now, Coon, says Baam. Baam, would you be able to gather all the Shinsu in this room using a thorn? Says Coon. What? Thorns can absorb the Shinsu from your surroundings, right? Couldn't we use that to move the Shinsu in this room to somewhere else? It may be possible, but why? Well, it's just a hypothesis. The animals and creatures commanded by animas need a tank, but that thing's tank isn't here, which is impossible. So could the room itself be the tank containing it? If this room is its limit, then I could sort of understand why it's so freakishly strong. That must be why Alphine always lures intruders into this room to take care of them. But if this room, acting as a tank, loses its Shinsu, it won't be able to serve as a tank, and the fox won't be able to continue living. That makes no sense, says Red Greymon. Absorbing Shinsu isn't even possible to begin with. Even if we could absorb it, we would all die without Shinsu. Well, I have an idea to take care of that, says Coon. What? We'll use the lighthouse to create another tank. So, the Shinsu keeps everything in the tower alive. We already kind of know that. It's kind of like air and oxygen in our world. So, without Shinsu, nothing can live. So they're planning to suck all the Shinsu out and pretty much Shinsu suffocate the fox. So, that's the plan. The whole tank thing, I guess it's like sort of the area of effect set up by the anima's Shinsu control that the creature can operate in. I guess that's a good way to define it. Now we see Alphine walking. Once again, the festival will begin, as if nothing happened here. It's better this way. If we can't free her, we should just keep things as they are. For Kaiser and her family to be able to continue, and for everything to run its course as if nothing happened. This is what I live for. That's my way of making atonement to Kaiser. Hey, you look like you've got a lot on your mind, says Coon, standing behind her, with Baam and Greymon behind him. How'd you get here? What do you mean, how? We ran here. It's a good thing you didn't get as far as we thought. Then what about the shadow fox? Ah, that fox. It's doing fine in here, and Coon has it trapped inside a little tank made by his lighthouse. Ah, what happened? Why's my shadow fox trapped in your lighthouse? What the hell did you do? Well, the decisive moment was when we realized that the room itself was your tank. But the room itself was too strong for us to break, so we thought, let's move the tank to our lighthouse. You moved the tank. That's right. We used a special skill to move almost all the Shinsu into the lighthouse. Block it until I gather all the Shinsu, and we see, Greymon, is that some kind of shield he's using? It's Greymon holding back the fox, while Coon makes the tank and Baam funnels Shinsu into it using the thorn. I figured that if all the Shinsu in the room moved to the lighthouse, the fox would have to follow the Shinsu into the lighthouse. It must be the basic instincts of animals. We hoped the fox would follow its instinct when you were gone at the moment. In the end, it's a good thing that the fox moved according to plan. It could have endangered our own lives if we had to gather any more of the room Shinsu. So the moment that the fox leapt, we moved to another lighthouse with the Shinsu stored in it. Basically, we were using 2 lighthouses the whole time. As soon as the fox went in, we escaped after locking that one. It was very dangerous. We could have died if our timing was just a moment too late. But how'd you open the door? It was locked from the inside. Yeah, we knew that much. We placed a few named from the no-name zone near this room. We contacted them and they got us out, and then we refilled the Shinsu. One of them told us your location. A few of them spotted you running away and contacted us. A lot more than you imagined are holding grudges against you here. Okay, so it's cool to see that they are all coming into play now, since we know that there were a bunch of dudes that were working for Baam and Coon and them. Well, hold on, checking my stuff. Okay. We'll have to keep thinking of a way to save Kaiser, says Coon. But it looks like we've managed to break free from very impressively from your shackles. So could you tell us now how to get to Kaiser? And that's where we end. Come on. Okay. Really, really cool. I really like this one. I wish we had seen more of the Haku and Shilial stuff. Like, I'm pretty hyped for that. Also, the Andrasi and Lilial stuff was really awesome. And it's cool to see that we're not spending too much time on the Alphine and Shadow Fox stuff. We already got it done. And I like that the solution, it feels more like Volume 1, where the solution to stuff isn't beat it up and win in a fight. The solution is to think of a creative solution and outsmart the game, so to speak. So I like that it was that kind of solution and not just beat it up like some of the stuff in... like some of the things, and I liked the straight, just normal shonen type fights that we got in Wooden Horse and Revolution Road even, and Dollar Show. I liked the just straight up shonen fights we got in those arcs, but it feels more like Tower of God when you see the creative solutions to stuff. So I think it's good that SIU sort of finds a balance between the two. And it's not like it was just all talking and thinking and explanation of how they won. We did still get some cool looking action with Lilial and Andrasi. And a little bit of hype action-y build up with Hatsu and Shilial. So either way, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I really liked it. So anyway, like if you guys liked the video, comment down there and tell me what you thought of this chapter and what you thought of my initial thoughts and reaction. The review up is tomorrow usually, or as usual, hopefully. And comment down, or yeah, subscribe for more Tower of God, One Piece, Walking Dead, and a bunch of other stuff. Follow on Twitter if you want. Try to keep you updated there on things with the channel. And that's it. So thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.